I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the windows down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't
Change your purpose. It's not in the
That's why I spend my life.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go ahead and get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville review. This past episode from Saturday's episode was interesting to say the least, but if I could be real with you, boring. Like I've said multiple times, we've already discussed everything that they are showing on the show. The difference is we talk about the truth, and they're continuing to try to put this facade up in our face as if we cannot read them. And Tisha also tells on herself by letting us know that she's not a good actor, and that's what I've been trying to say to the producers this entire time. Y'all are on this bitch acting, and it's bad acting at that. Y'all have these fake storylines, and we can read all through it. And in the next episode on the Saturday coming up, they're going to talk about how the Black Expo was canceled because us basically was calling into Huntsville, letting them know that they were putting together a gambling event, and we all know you can't gamble in Huntsville. That's what y'all was telling me. I'm only saying we because I remember making videos about this expo, and a lot of you guys were saying that they couldn't have that type of event because it was illegal in Huntsville, and then a lot of you all let me know that you guys were going to be calling to let them know about the event. Then next thing you know, they canceled the event, and they said that they were going to postpone it and give us a later date, and they never gave us a later date. So this is again something that didn't stick. And also Latisha is trying to convince us that her daughters had made at least 150 orders. And granted, they've maybe gotten 150 sales over time, but definitely not within the day that she dropped it. In my opinion, everything with the Scotts are so rehearsed. You can literally read it on camera. So let's get into these clips. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.
All the bundles, yes. Y'all can take a little break from packaging.
Wait a minute. How many packages y'all have to do?
And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but her kids just don't have the TV personality while they're trying to push them in the forefront. Just look at the irony how Mel created all of those businesses and had the kids in her packing room with her packing up all of her orders on social media, on her stories on Instagram. And now we know that she can't show her kids. We know that she had plans to show her kids on the show, having to help her pack and everything. So we are literally seeing Latisha them sneakily sneak her storyline into theirs. Latisha and Marsau's kids don't know anything about business. They barely know how to put together a complete sentence, unfortunately.
How many packages do I have to do?
They ready for their break.
Man, you and Angela doing all the work. This is the reason why I stopped by. It's like, you're not really driving them. You gotta make sure they're staying focused. Let them get away too much.
It's called balance. If we make it too hard, then they may not enjoy the process. So, we're taking baby steps here.
You gotta take the baby steps forward. You can't take baby steps backwards and slide and control them on yourself. That's not a baby step.
It's all about the execution. As long as we finish hard, that's what matters.
This is their company. We're talking about trying to make mini moguls over here. And if that's gonna be the case, then they've got to experience real business. Because at this point, it's just like, oh, we're just taking pictures because mom said. Macy
is concerned about money, so I tell her that we're going to let her be more involved in looking at the account, looking at everything.
So here's the thing. This was a clip where we got to see her children interacting with this quote unquote hair care business. What's interesting to me is she said that her and her children have been working on this hair care line in their kitchen since 2018, but you don't hear the children saying anything about that. I don't know. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, but it's almost as if they don't care. They don't even really know anything about this.
Macy seems like she wants to be in it.
Yeah, that's going to be your right-hand girl. Every time we talk about something, it's like, what about the money?
Well, you can't be all about the money if you want to be in business. I mean, money's the product of business.
Yeah.
And if they had been working on the hair care line since 2018, you would think her daughter would care more about her hair than anything.
It's not, if you're all about the money, your business is probably going to fail unless you're in banking.
Unless you part of the Black Business Expo, you have no business thinking about the money. That was just so weird. I mean, I do think that at the end of the day, it was a lot of negative feedback.
I don't see the feedback as negative. I want the feedback. All the things that you didn't like, That's what I'm correct.
Another sidebar, this is also why I believe Latisha has an issue with Mel. Her husband genuinely respects Mel. He wanted the feedback that Mel was giving, and Latisha was insecure because of that, which in turn is another reason why he wouldn't respect her. Why would you be trying to go back and forth with the woman that was giving you all of the positive feedback, but you sitting up in your husband's face asking him how do he feel about the woman that called him a bitch, that you sat next to him and didn't say anything about?
How do you feel like the conversation went with you and Stormy?
Everything in this world is designed to match energy. Everything. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. When you come in the room and you walk up and you fake like when you're greeting people and you hug everyone and you walk up to me and then you intentionally just turn around and not hug me, you set the tone for how our conversation is going to go. And then when I start talking and you start having these interactions and these interruptions and these smart remarks, then my energy towards you changes a little bit.
Just like a bitch.
No, I am a bitch, by the way.
I know, bad
I'm
one.
a bad bitch. Mr. and Mrs. Steele, thank you guys. You know I'm bees and she's Steele, right?
You know that we met up at Black. And we talked about a little bit about the town hall meeting, you know, the feedback that we was receiving. She brought up the fact that you and her was pretty much poking one another, and she called you out of your name.
Does it bother you when I call him a bitch?
That was very, very, very disrespectful.
Would you like for me to not do that?
I would like for you not to do that.
If it bothers you, I want to say it again.
Okay.
I'm going to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And this is the type of energy from Stormy that really aggravates me, because she's sitting up in her face with this low-key aggressive energy talking about I'ma work on it. You feel what I'm saying? And licking her lips and all this extra nonsense. Still, Latisha doesn't feel like that is disrespectful. And in my opinion, she's basically saying he's still a bitch, but I probably won't call him that in front of your face. That's kind of how I took it. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think.
It's like growing up, like I come from a family where everything is like rah, 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 rah. Like, and I'm so quick to get over stuff because candidly, I've been a bitch since I was 4.
Another reason why she can't resonate or relate to Mel, because she has been considering herself to be a bitch since she was 4. So when Mel tried to invite them to the tea party to teach them etiquette, that's why she couldn't relate to the Miss Mary Bo Peep or whatever she said Mel was. She was trying to mock Mel by saying lady, 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 and we know why, because she's been a bitch since she was 4.
No woman, no grown woman is going to call you a bitch in a business meeting without the extreme desire for you to react. And so the last thing I'm going to give her is the satisfaction of a reaction.
Well, I told her clearly I felt like it was very disrespectful.
At no time did I say, oh, you're just a woman, so you don't know. At no time am I bringing up anyone's gender. There's never a time I've held a woman back. There's never a time I've said anything about what a woman couldn't do in business. I'm talking about relationships, roles. Business has no gender. I don't believe that there's a gender of a CEO.
This is an uncomfortable position, because she even asked me, she was like, what can you do to calm Marcel down when he's poking? It's a really tough place to be in the middle of, because I don't want neither one of y'all disrespecting each other.
If he's kind of being a little sassy, can you taper him down, like bring him down?
Yes, I will.
And y'all gonna have to excuse the way that I talk when I speak about Stormy and Latisha and Kimmy, because they're all so damn dumb to me. Really, Latisha and Kimmy aggravates me more because they're more weak, but Stormy doesn't strike me as being weak more than just being a hater, whereas Latisha and Kimmy are weak haters. But another instance, she's basically disrespecting your husband by saying that he's sassy, and you just high-pitched, yeah. So I say all that to say, what was the difference between the constructive criticism Stormy chose to give her versus Mel?
Is there a word that you would not poke at business owners at a business meeting? Or are you just gonna, that's just you?
We say poke, what are you talking about, babe?
Poke the bear.
I'm saying is,
like you and Stormy was doing at the town hall meeting.
What I'm saying is, in retrospect, I do it again, and going forward, I'll be doing the exact same thing. Because I don't believe that I did anything wrong in that situation.
So you don't care if it caused an issue between me and the other girl?
Honestly, that's not a relationship I value.
But I like Stormy.
Another reason why her husband doesn't respect her, the woman literally called your husband a B, and the only person that you seem to have an issue with is the woman that was trying to give you constructive criticism, the criticism that he was asking for and looking for.
You can like it. Angela, can you go stand next here?
Okay, you ready?
All right, so lean on Angela. God, dog, Tisha.
I think you can be awkward and still be sexy, but in my opinion, I don't think Marsau is attracted to her. He doesn't find her sexy.
I can't do sexy. It's not my love language.
We're not talking about love language. We're just talking about a picture.
Marsau thinks Latisha is an idiot, and she is an idiot because what does your love language have to do with basically a facade? You can put on a sexy facade. Like her trying to give us the good girl image and facade when she's really mean, evil, and nasty.
No. Oh my God.
Maybe Marsau should show me how to do the flirting thing because obviously you're good at it.
And I wonder what she meant by that. It's we've never dealt with infidelity.
The flirting, like being sexy, like put desire in your eyes.
Oh, good thing I didn't have to flirt to get you.
Mind you, she went on a national platform and said she scheduled sex with her husband.
Hey, what you doing?
It's a good initiative.
This one got to be dope, y'all. I want to be like a James Bond casino party.
Yeah.
Like valet parking. I mean, champagne, sparklers, everything. I mean, I want it to feel like a movie. It's just this nice, small, intimate thing. You know, we get some good donors.
We're gonna reach out to like some of the who's in Huntsville.
First of all, Latisha and Marsau has never put together any type of events prior to Mel and her baby mama. So I say that to say, do y'all remember those episodes in the first season? I can't remember which episode it was exactly, but Mel was putting together an event and she was like talking to the event planner and she's like, yeah, I'm just going to invite the who's of Huntsville. That was Mel's line. I'm just starting to realize a lot of them are literally refurbishing a lot of the things that was already on this show.
Yeah.
And I think we should reach out to some of the people, some of the business owners that was a part of the
Because sidebar, and my bad for interrupting again, but Latisha and Marsau aren't even a who's who in Huntsville. So who could she have possibly gotten that from? These are the same people that thought Mel was too bougie. This is the same person that went to Mel's event, got escorted out, and was crying because she wanted to network.
That'd be good.
expo.
That'd be
Yeah,
good.
we want to keep it on the initiative. Like, yes, we're throwing it. Yes, it's a bet on black. Yes, it's going to be fun. But the main thing we want to be the frontliner is that it's for a great cause. Marsau and Latisha Scott Foundation, we have a list of different organizations under the foundation. And now we have the Every Child Deserves a Place to Call Home. Well, the funds for that will be used to either renovate homes or build homes for kids that live in unserved communities. And now the Bet on Black would be the first event that we would use towards raising money for the Every Child Deserves a Place to Call Home.
Hearing her talk and mess up her words is literally insufferable. But also, I have a new theory about the Every Child Deserves a Place to Call Home situation, because I went back and found some documents of them in some land. I genuinely believe they were going to try to have you guys donate to start in them a subdivision. And I'm going to speak a little bit more about this, but they were heavily in competition with Mel, because you guys do know Mel and Chris Fletcher still have all of that acreage that they're going to be building on. I'm going to come back to you guys with my theory on this in a different video.
Marsau, I want you to kick it off. So I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I would bet on black.
Some dice.
So we're going to kick it off with that. And then T, you'll roll in to join us. So we'll run through it once.
Okay.
After we run through it.
We on one take. We one take.
All right, y'all ready?
And roll them.
In action.
I'm not really a gambler. What all look, by the way?
Right here.
Right here.
All right. I'm not really a gambling. No, that sounds corny. I'm not really a gambling man, but when I bet on black.
We would like to. We all know that. Join us.
That'd be natural.
I can't. I don't know.
And we'll edit it.
Okay. Join us at Black Casino Nights, and let's see together if we can build a safe place to go home. Don't laugh at me. Okay.
The night's proceeds will go to the MLS Foundation's Every Child Deserves a Home. Every child deserves a place called home. Can you cut this up for scholarship? For scholarship information.
Start over.
Okay.
Acting is very hard. It's harder than it looks.
Our acting is harder to look at than it is to act.
Take it again from the top. In action.
I'm not really a gambling man, but when I bet, I always bet on black.
Join us for the very first Bet on Black Casino Night here in Huntsville, Alabama.
A portion of the night's proceeds will go to the MLS Foundation's initiative, Every Child Deserves a Place to Call Home.
It's our initiative to make sure we do our part in the community and locally and provide a home for kids, a place that a child.
Marsau is asking a lot from Latisha. He's wanting her to be sexy, be an actor. He wants her to speak her words clear, and he also wants her to remember her words. That's too much for her.
Can feel loved and secure. Together, we can build communities. Purchase your ticket and join us at Bet on Black Casino Night and help us, Ben 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 help us build safe homes for kids locally in our community.
Remember, always bet on Black.
That's it. I like that. That's it. Okay.
This promo turned out better than I thought. I'm really proud of Tisha's initiative.
I want to stack the chips up, push these chips towards the camera, and then I think that's going to be it for Bet on Black promo.
And we should be good.
It's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be nice. I'm excited about it. This is looking
Let's
good.
get this last push with these chips.
Here we go.
Yep.
In action.
Always bet on Black. That caught me off guard. When she brought up open marriages at dinner, I'm not knocking if you want to have open marriages, but I think that, some people want to have, they call them single-sided open marriages.
Never heard of it.
SSOM, where one side of the marriage is open, but the other side of the marriage is kind of more closed, more traditional.
No.
I know a lot of guys that be interested in that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the SSOM.
Some of this stuff.
I have nothing.
What about Kegel balls? Like they have the Kegels. You don't have Kegels?
Nothing. What are they good for?
You take the Kegel balls and you insert them, and your goal is to keep the balls from falling out. So it kind of tightens your vaginal muscles. So when you're intercourse, it makes the orgasms better. You've never had a Kegel?
Orgasm already.
Imagine better.
I do not have sex toys or anything like that at my home. However, I have gone to a sex party before and I purchased something, but Marsau wasn't okay with it, so it went to the trash. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I need a reimbursement. No smacking on booty, no booty all in your face, no in your face.
Why would you have that?
No buying shots for people.
Well, you can buy shots.
No, you're not buying shots for girls. You know what? That shouldn't even be any chicks there.
Okay, look, here's the
Let me see
thing.
your phone, by the way.
But my battery's dead. Hollering chicks and buying drinks are two different things.
Okay, I'm just saying it's not okay with me.
What if a guy tries to buy you a drink?
I'm going to accept it and say thank you.
So you accept a drink from a guy that's trying to holler at you?
you.
Man, I'll tell you, we should have talked about this 12 years ago.
We should have. Well, now you know.
We determined that we have this thing called respectful cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not
That's why I spend my life